So, what is our mission? What is our purpose? Thankfully, the Bible does not end at Ecclesiastes. We want to figure out what is the real purpose of life. And we said that we could sort of summarize the Bible with one acronym. CRIME. C-R-I-M-E. For those of you that were here, what does the C stand for? You remember? Creation, right? There's a creation. What's the R? Nope, that's later. Rebellion. Rebellion. We rebelled. The I? And this is the story of most of the Bible. There was an intervention. And who did the intervention? God Himself. He took on human flesh ultimately. And the Old Testament is really just tracing the bloodline of the Messiah all the way until He shows up about 2,000 years ago. What's the M? Mission. We have a mission. We have a purpose. Because ultimately we're heading for eternity. So if you had to sum up the whole Bible, we could say there was a creation, a rebellion, an intervention by God to save the rebels. And now that we know what that intervention is, we have a mission to tell people about it because everybody's going to wind up in eternity. The only question is where. So, what is our mission? What is our purpose? Thankfully, the Bible does not end at Ecclesiastes. Because if it did, we'd go, oh, gee, actually, Ecclesiastes ends on a positive note. We'll get there in a minute. What is the purpose of life? I think you could sum up what the purpose of life is in Jesus' prayer in John 17. What does He say? He says, now this is eternal life, that they, meaning the disciples and the people that would follow, they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom you've sent. The purpose of life is to know God and then to make Him known. Now, what does know mean?
Relationship.
Yeah, it's not just intellectual knowledge, as we'll get to here in a few minutes. This is the testimony of Jesus as to what the purpose of life is. Now, by the way, notice that eternal life, He's not here just talking about endless time. Eternal life is not a quantity as much as it is a quality. It's to know God, be known by God. Not just intellectually, but relationally, personally.